The train at number 3 platform is the special train to the Olympic Park on Bush Bay area. Only passengers in possession of special souvenir tickets are permitted to join this service, while other persons and passengers please stand clear behind the yellow line.
Yeah. That's why we'll go out your way then.
Yeah, don't worry.
Karen, oh sorry. Again, Pat. Make sure you hold on there. Don't want you falling over. No, one second. Trim it one time. Trim it one time. Come to me.
Now we're heading into the loop now.
What? Okay. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Hey? Nope. Alright, we'll have to go and see the... Yeah. No, we're going to get you in at 5 too. Now listen, what side's the platform on that we come in on? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're coming. Gotta see the platform.
The shorties, you don't like You're right.
It's okay.
Carry the child. You're bringing it in. Are you recording? I do think.
When the train pulls up, it will remain closed for a short period while the pressure is reached by the station manager, Michael Armstrong. Then proceed to the escalator.
Go in.
We'll be in at 5 too. Right out. I'm losing you, right?
One and a half minutes to go.
Yeah. I'll get anyway in a sec. I'll just go through it. About 2 minutes to go, Jack, and then we can go in. Oh, Les, on me. That's true, they're not ready. We're all ready, they're not.
1 minute to go.
Take your choice.
Is this the first official trip?
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
I guess it's been some dry runs.
Yeah, we've had trials, we've had driver training and yeah.
We did this once before, but it was training for drivers started to train.
That's right.
So the platform comes up to the right height and all that stuff?
Yeah, first passenger. Actually, this is one of the best tracks you'll ever come across. This will last for a million years, this track. It's a beauty.
Really?
My word.
Because it's on pretty rough by the look of it, is it? It's on,
Oh, I don't know, but the way it's bedded and all the work that's gone into it, it really is good. There's the platform up ahead. Not far to go.
No, we're right, just we'll go through it.
5-2, folks. Can we check?
Here comes the smoke, here comes the
it's 5.
Whenever you're ready, Les.
Yeah, it's after 5-2.
You dropped the
Yeah,
anchor.
do you want a little bit of video in there? On that end? Yeah, but just where I was, you can see it.
Okay,
There we go. Down on your tail.
What's that, 5 or what?
Now, zero,
When
yeah.
we stop up here,
Fire, fire.
you can just turn away a little bit, and I'll get the speakers coming open this door so you can get out, Nick. Nick's part of our official party, folks, so, and then we can all just follow him out then if you don't mind. So I'll have to get feet off the driver and then go.
You want to tell you?
Yeah, come with me.
That's that way.
Let's remind you of this. Come on.
That's him with the hat on, Les.
Oh, I knew we'd have a brass band. I knew it.
What would you like to hear? What's the betting on what they'll play?
Oh.
See how good you are. No one. Hold back waltzing Matilda. Now you're getting out that way now, when you're ready. And then I'll come back to this end.
Yeah. Now, Nick, you might miss the challenge.
I don't want. I mean, I can jump.
Arthur, could you get Les's key for this door for me, please?
No, no.
Where or nothing.
No, we don't know.
Trust me, Nick. Trust me.
We'll go the ramble.
You sure? About Ian. You look after Ian as well.
It's the feature of it. Yeah, we've got one for every door, haven't we?
Let Nick
Come
know.
on, boys. Some party. I'll go and open from the outside, Nick. Yes, mate, yeah.
Swim back over my foot.
Oh, no, I won't.
Where are you? Thanks, mate.
There we go. Oh, there you are, Nick.
And then we've got more on. Oh, you got that one. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's a special show train they keep.
No graffiti on the sides yet.
In the shell of that.
They pick it up and they can wreck the Osprey next.
Where your electric might move?
Down west drive. Just lose a bit of place or not a big change, but hopefully very convoys when they get home.
Oh, they probably
Paralympics, home of the Royal Easter Show in just a few weeks, home of many, many world-class events. There are many people here that acknowledge sense, everybody that's here at this point in time is a distinguished guest, so forgive me if I can't mention each and every one of you. But importantly, I should acknowledge the Premier who's with us on the stage, the Minister for Transport and Roads, Carl Scully, David Richmond, the head of the Olympic Coordination Authority, who are responsible for both the station and the rail line, and Simon Lane from the State Rail Authority, who will be running trains in here from today on. I also want to acknowledge the Leader of the Opposition, Peter Collins, local MPs, John Murray, Peter Nagel, John Watkins, also from SOCOG, Phil Coles, an IOC member, Donald McDonald, John Valder, John Grant, the President of SPOC, the Sydney Paralympic Organising Committee, and all funds, of course, from today go to SPOC to help put on a great Paralympic Games. Jenny Munro from the Metropolitan Aboriginal Lands Council, an elder there representing traditional owners. Roger Perkins, the Chief Executive Officer of the Royal Agricultural Society, and very soon you'll be seeing some of Roger's new premises. And on behalf of the unions, Andrew Ferguson from the CFMEU, and we've had terrific cooperation from the unions and the workers on every one of these Olympic sites. For many, many more people, I only want to mention two others though, and one apology. The one apology is John Coates, the President of the Australian Olympic Committee, who would love to be here, except he's in hospital recovering from some surgery. He's recovering well, but it means that he's bedridden for the next few weeks. But John made the name Olympic, which the Australian Olympic Committee have the proprietal rights over, made the name Olympic available to this station. The other two people I want to acknowledge, the two great railwaymen, Les McGee, who drove us out here, and Les has had 49 years of service with the State Rail Authority and its predecessors, and our guard, Jack Inskip, who compared to Les is just a young fella, he's only had 48 years of service. The program is that after some brief speeches, there'll be a morning tea. After the morning tea, we'll all go for a walking tour of parts of the showground. We'll go through the dome that's behind you, and you'll get an opportunity to send hero faxes, and I would certainly urge each and every one of you to do that to our great Paralympians who are over in Nagano now competing in the Winter Paralympic Games. You'll also get to see the show ring and some of the other parts of the showground. Not every part of it today, but you'll get a good impression of what's there for the Royal Easter Show. On the way out, you'll find that Rotary has cooperated enormously today to raise funds for the Paralympians. Rotary are running a series of barbecues and other food events on your way back to the station. Let me just say briefly, after all those acknowledgements and welcomes, in August 1995, the State Cabinet accepted my recommendation to do something very special here, to go much further than the bid, which just had a small little in and out railway spur line, to put in a loop line, to put in a very special railway station, something that's high capacity, something that's also architecturally nice. And I think you'll all agree that that's happened today, that's been achieved. I'm enormously proud of everyone that's been involved, from the OCA, through the builders, Leightons, through the designers, through the workers, through the State Rail Authority. Everyone that's cooperated has done an outstanding job. We've got the sort of Olympic Park railway station Sydney deserves, and now it's my great pleasure to ask the Premier, Bob Carr, to officially open it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, today's opening is, of course, another wonderful milestone in our work towards the Olympic Games in Sydney in September 2000. Our preparations are regularly described by the IOC as being excellent, and I often make the point that we are ahead of other host cities at this point in advance of our Games. We can say with pride that we're completing preparation for the Games on time and on budget, and this opening today spectacularly confirms that. It's open to the public and ready for the thousands who will descend on Homebush Bay to this year's Royal Easter Show, and it's a magnificent station. It is incidentally the first new railway station since 1987 when the Holsworthy station on the East Hills line was opened. I might add as well that it's located a short distance from the first ever passenger rail service in Australia, namely the Sydney to Parramatta line, passing through Newtown, Ashfield, Burwood and Homebush, which was officially opened in September 1855 and was, at the time, the world's only government-owned railway line. Well, Olympic Park is unlike any other station in the metropolitan area. It's purpose-built to cope with the biggest crowds Sydney will ever see. It's critical to the success of all the major events that will be held here before, during and after the Olympics. I'm advised the station has been given the seal of approval by the Olympic Access Committee and the organisation People with Disabilities. So we can confidently say to people with disabilities, this is your station as much as anybody's else. I'm advised too that this state-of-the-art design with lifts, ramps, handrails, hearing loops, clear signage and tactile tiles enables people with vision problems to judge danger zones such as the end of a platform. So it sets a benchmark for future development. During the Olympics there will be up to 30 trains an hour carrying 50,000 passengers. That's the scale of what this is about. Last week I made a commitment by my government to lifting the use of public transport and reducing our reliance on passenger motor vehicles. Well, this is a great addition to that goal. This year's Easter show will be the first test. And I urge everyone to come to the Easter show by train. Use public transport to get here, become part of our city's history. Help to change the over-reliance we've had on private motor vehicle use. Let's go for public transport. Now, one of these trains can take as many as 1,000 cars off the road. So that's the significance of the contribution of state-of-the-art public transport to overcoming our problems of air pollution. Let me say that this station is a credit to the many organisations that participated in its design and construction. It took just a year and a half to build. And let me say, as I say, whenever I come to this great Olympic site and open a facility, we ought to pay tribute today to all the workers who were involved in constructing it and to the managers who set and adhered to such high standards. This is their day. This is their triumph. On behalf of all of Sydney, I thank them for it. Ladies and gentlemen, the station is a credit to what Australians can do, as is all the Homebush Bay site, all that's happening here. It's a credit to what we can do as a people, as a society, as we move towards September 2000. And it's going to be not a white elephant when the games are over, but a wonderful legacy in heavy use for all the major public events that are held at this outstanding conference. It's now my great pleasure to declare Olympic Park Station officially open. Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's basically a smiley day. I expect to come in all facial muscles tomorrow from the amount of smiles that we've got from these facilities. But if there are any questions from the media, we'll deal with them. And we'll be very happy not to do it. Please come and join us for morning tea. Thank you.
Okay. Come on, it's morning tea.
last thing against the white team.
Boy, this is interesting. See this?
The white team heading to the goal line.
See this here? This is
Line
where they
cell.
have the district council.
Looking for a bit of
In the
support.
old days, they used to knock the forest over
And he's got it with
a lot of the stuff
Mark
stayed
heading
on
to
the
the goal line.
forest that was in the timber mills. That's all now
And he's
reconstituted
Goal
to prep,
scored 10.
and that's what that is. That stuff used to finish up in the forest floor. Now it's being flowed through
Here's Simpson to throw the ball in.
the new system they use.
And he receives. Coming up the sideline. And it's being marked and he's out.
Oh, but excuse in the other week they had
Ball to come in from the side.
booze all around.
Tom Kennedy.
They have a fantastic reception here.
Oh yeah. Gradually, they jacked it up until the last thing they built was taken around here and laid the floor.
Train pulls right up to the front door. It's hardly going to walk it. Have they got leaves on it in September? Plain tree.
Yeah, the leaves will fall off during winter. All of a sudden, no spring, the leaves all...
August, September,
What are they? Planes up trees, huh?
Planes.
Oh, they look a bit like maple, don't they?
yeah.
Let them dry out. Okay.
I think that.
Further down, yeah. And then on the other side of the main arena,
Some of them must be. Yeah. Oh, we don't know.
this is the Showgtound hall.
Oh, okay.
They're all good long slips there, aren't they?
Yeah, I would like a bit of clean, this place.
drivers.